Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy, footy.
Good evening and welcome, everyone. How are you? Whoa! Thank God they've got some noise in them. I really appreciate that. Let's do that one again. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. How are you? Yeah, that's better. Thank you very much. Welcome along to That's Good for Footy panel show. Welcome along to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Welcome along to That's Good for Footy. Geelong night. All right. It's very exciting. Yeah, cool. As I said, these are the only live and interactive footy panel shows going around. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. These shows are for the passionate supporters. Basically, it shows a little bit about them that you may not see anywhere else. That's what we're going to do tonight. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get stuck in. Geelong show, July the 19th, 2023. Our first panellist, he was born on the 10th of June in 1991. He's played a total of 269 games and he's kicked 179 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2010. When he plays for the Geelong Football Club, he wears the number 22 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Mitch Duncan.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played.
Very nice.
More far away.
That's great. No. You only get one chance. We're going to do it again very shortly. That's why we don't want to do it all the way. Mitch Duncan, welcome everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Make sure my cheer was louder than the one you're going to give next.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We basically just wanted to say, Mitch and I were just having a chat out the back. We've done, we think, around about 6 or 7 shows together over the journey. So it's great to have him back. And it's been a little while since we've had him on the show. So he's got a few stories to tell you tonight, I'm sure. Would that be right?
Mate, a couple.
Yeah.
Life has changed a fair bit since I've seen you last.
And let's talk about that very quickly. I want to get our next panellist out here, but a dad now. How many times over?
Three.
Three times,
yeah.
Ages?
6.
Putting you on the
six
on
on
the spot
Sunday,
now.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Or Monday. 6 on Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
3.5, 4. He'll be 4 in December.
Wow.
And then 1.5. He'll be 2 in December.
How's that? And how's fatherhood?
Yeah, it's crazy, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Great. It's great. So rewarding, but it has its challenges at times, especially juggling footy. But that's where the beautiful wife comes in and
Absolutely.
steadies the ship.
3 kids under 7, all happening down at the Geelong Football Club, let me tell you. Let's get our second panellist out of here. He was born on the 7th of June, 1991. He's played a total of 189 games and he's kicked 207 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2010. When he plays for the Geelong Football Club, he wears the number 23 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Gary Rowan.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball. We play the game as it should be played. And
sing it.
more far away. Our banners fly high from dawn to dawn. Down at Gardenia Park.
Well done. Now, we just had the clapper meter out. We were just like doing a little
You
bit
might
of a
have had me covered,
gauge thing here. Wanted to make sure that you didn't get too high, but because we let the song go on, I think it went over the top. So, well done.
I'll take that.
Yeah, good. You want to say hello to everyone? Nice to see them all, I presume?
No, great to have you all here and hope we can put on a show for you.
They will. It'll be good.
I'll
Don't worry
pick on
about
Mitch
that.
as much as I can and anyone else in my team, so look forward to it.
That's what we want. Let's get stuck into it. We want to do it in our first little segment, boys. It's called Past, Present, Future. All right, I'll go through a couple of things. You guys just feel free to chime in anytime you like. Geelong, 9 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 117.7%, 5th on the ladder. Here come the Cats. All right. Bit of a shaky start to your 2023 campaign, but with key personnel back in over the last few weeks, you're starting to find your mojo. Watching Saturday night's game, you have strengths and attributes in all the key areas of the game. You're super strong in defence with Stewart, De Koning, Henry, Guthrie and Kolodjasny. Tell me what you think about... well, yes, but I have to save I have to save a little bit of that because I want to talk about you a little bit more personal. But tell us, when you see the strength of the Geelong backline and you've got all that key personnel back, what's that like? What's it like when you can see that you're up and you're running and you're humming?
Yeah, it's obviously a nice feeling. I personally I measure teams on how I think they're going to score against us. Obviously that's the aim of the game, but you look at some of those good teams and I'm just like, I don't know how they're going to kick a score, like when those guys are up and about and our mids are doing their job and, you know, Gary's putting the pressure on, and that's kind of how I read how we're going to go. So I go into most games very confident, always have and continue to do that. So and it helps when you've got, you know, the names that you just read out.
Absolutely, and that's why I just want to go on to it. Then with your run-off half-back and the wing, connections through Holmes, Duncan, Atkins, Dangerfield and O'Connor. You look like you've got the back half humming, all right? That's what I just alluded to. Then you throw into the mix Mr. Versatile, Mark Blixars. What a superb athlete you've got there. Mr. Anywhere, Any Role. It's all systems go. It's like getting all green lights as you drive into Geelong. Huh?
Doesn't happen too often, but when you do,
that's what I'm saying. When you get all green lights and you're driving into Geelong, you just got to take it. Gaz, I just spoke about the back line. I speak about what the mids are able to do and that run-off half-back. Again, you're watching it, you're down in the forward line, you can see it unfold and you can... What are your thoughts?
Oh, you know that they're just a beast of the midfield. So, you know, they're just going to compete and they're going to kick it forward to us. So we're just going to be ready all the time and, get Mitch's quick legs off the half back and you know he's going to hit you on the chest every time. He's probably one of the best kick in our club, so we always want it in his hands as much as we can.
I love it. It's just so exciting to watch. I haven't even mentioned the forward line structure yet with Rowan, Hawkins, Cameron, Stengel, Close and Myers. When offence turns into defence, it's like a python wrapping up its prey. You put a stranglehold on your opposition. The pressure you apply forces your opposition to make forced errors and panic. Good assessment?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think... you know, the games from when I first started, there wasn't too much forward pressure. I might have just came in, and I think it's a key element to the game now. And you know, that's a really big strength of ours, a strength of Gary's, as well as his kicking for goal. So it's a crucial element, as I said, and it makes the defence and the midfielders' job a lot easier because you get a bit of pressure on the ball, then we can turn it over and kick it back in, and they kick the goals. So. Really important part of the game.
Absolutely. It's a dominant brand of football, one that in all due respect to clubs outside the top 8 simply can't match, which is why this game at the Gabba is going to be a beauty. 3rd versus 5th. Your next 4 weeks you play 3 teams above you on the ladder. The Lions sitting in 3rd, obviously the first game. Freo sitting in 15th, okay, we'll go with that. Port sitting in 2nd and Pies sitting in 1st. The Cats bring such a physical contest in and around the ball. Here I think is the formula, which every team tries to emulate. 2 teams are number 1 in certain areas, and that's turnovers from defence to offence, and the other in turning offence into defence. Pies and Port Adelaide. Geelong, though, is strong in all areas.
Yeah, I think, especially last year, like we were really good at restricting teams from scoring off the back of our turnovers, but we were really good at scoring from their turnovers, and we try to keep that a key part of our game. Obviously, we didn't start the year that well. Probably only just starting to click defensively. I think we've got a bit of personnel came back in the side, a bit more continuity. We might have started the season slow, coming back a little bit later than other teams as well. So, it's obviously really exciting. It's great that we're playing those top sides to really challenge ourselves because, you know, they are above us, and if we do beat them, we take points off them and we can keep going up the ladder and hopefully get a double chance at the end of the year. But if not, then, hopefully we can, you know, win every game. It's only like, I suppose, 4 games if you can make the finals, and we know that we can do that.
How exciting that is. I think it goes like this: turnover, connection, conversion.
Makes footy
Sounds
sound
like
easy,
it.
doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Very
It
easy.
does,
It's an
doesn't it?
easy game when you think about it.
Exactly. I was watching that game on Saturday night. That's when football looked easy. What you were doing to Essendon made it look easy. But it really was that turnover connection conversion. Defensive 50 to offensive 50. Backs linking with the midfielders who are in turn connecting with the forwards. Then the scoreboard pressure is applied due to your conversion rate. That's how good Geelong are going at the moment. That's bloody awesome. It really is. It's exciting. Geelong is all about everyone knowing their role, being reliable and accountable. When those on the outside talk about the age of the playing group, what they are not applying to the overall picture is the experience and trust that comes from playing with each other for so long. You really do read each other's mind, knowing where to lead, where and how to direct play, as well as trusting in your teammates' ability. For example, you and Tom just talked up playing 250 games together. There's an understanding there of how you two want and what the other is expecting or wanting. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've probably played. I'm doing all the talking here, but Gaz, you can go soon. But
Enjoy, guys.
We're already.
there's a big group of players now that have played a lot of footy together, probably over the last 4 or 5 years. So the understanding of each other and what one the coach wants from us, but what and two what the players demand of each other.
Yeah.
We kind of getting a better understanding. You know, every week we train, so we see each other probably more than we see our family, to be honest. And
It's your job.
yeah, well, exactly, it is our job, and you pick up little things that you can rely on game day, and I suppose that's by playing with Tom 250 times. I can kind of just read his body movements and his body language, where he kind of wants the ball, where he's identifying space. So he makes me look good, there's no doubt about that, and I'm very lucky to play with him for 250 games.
Absolutely. It carries on though. I talk not just about your connection there, but I talk about the connection that you all have about playing football together for so long and being able to understand the directives that are done just through telepathy, if you will. I know what he's about to do. I know where he wants to go. I know where he wants the ball. That's what I'm actually wanted to take from that. All of this is a positive, but you've also still got a good chunk of your best 23 to come back in players like Parfitt, Buse, Segler and Guthrie. Not bad when you think about the depth that you've got going on down there. But speaking of understanding each other, let's talk more about you two. Your locker mates, your birthdays are 3 days apart and you're born in the same year. So tell us about your relationship as players and as mates. Gary, let's lead off with you.
Well, like I said before, he's one of the obviously best players at our club, and you always light up when he has it in. Well, about to kick it inside 50 because you know it's going to hit you on the chest 9 times out of 10. And he's just he just plays his role every week, and he's just a great locker man. Even though his locker's a bit dirty sometimes, need to brush it over a bit, but. No, he's just a genuine bloke to be around the club.
Talk about that friendship that you have, being that you are so close, you've played a lot of football together, you are locker mates, I've been through that, but also the aspect that you're very similar in age, you're very similar that you were drafted at the same time, and not too similar in, unfortunately, games because of injuries that have come your way, but tell us about that relationship.
Yeah, well, coming through the under-18 system, we actually I played against Gaz. He played for Vic Country. I was playing for WA. So you're kind of always keeping an eye on, I suppose, your draft and how they're going. And Gaz went up to Sydney. We know, he had a pretty horrific incident really with his leg, and the way he's come back and from that originally, and then coming to Geelong, and the way he changed, I suppose. He got drafted with a bloke named Luke Dalhouse as well, and they nearly single-handedly changed the vibe of the footy club. So upbeat, and as I said, we changed, and we kind of just relaxed a little bit and had a little bit more fun, led by those two and probably Paddy Dangerfield. So he kind of helped change the way we see footy a little bit, and his vibe around the club is second to none, and he creates great energy.
Brilliant. How do you both look at your careers? I mean, Gaz, we could have lost you to mixed netball back in your teen years, couldn't we?
Yeah, mate. I absolutely loved me netball back in the day.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a game of footy back in Cobden, so went over to the netball courts, played netball, won the league B&F, won the club B&F.
How good's that?
Got my first girlfriend, and it was good.
I love it. That's brilliant. I always looked at that and I just thought we couldn't get a game of football because they wouldn't draft you at Cobden. But if you don't want me, I'm going over to play netball, mixed netball, and you did really well. You were drafted at number 6 in the 09 draft. What was the emotion like with you by being picked up by the Swans, knowing that you'd been playing for the Geelong Falcons prior to being drafted?
Yeah, so obviously a local boy down this area, and it was either North Melbourne or Sydney. They were the most interest, and I didn't really take it into thought until actually it happened. So draft was on a Thursday night, packed my bags, and I moved to Sydney on the Sunday. So when I jumped on the plane, going back, put my ticket in, look back at mum, she's bawling, and I'm like, one of 5 kids, so all the others are about time. Yeah,
see ya.
But it was all right. I'm glad that I did go away. I learned a lot as a person, as a player, up in Sydney. Lived with a bloke called Dan Hannabury, if you all know who he is. Had plenty of parties when I was younger, but it was all good. Good learning queue. Learned from the best of Brett Kirk, Adam Goods, all these kind of blokes. So it was good. But yeah, it was obviously my heart and country boy. I've always wanted to get back here at some stage.
Having hindsight, which is such a valuable tool in our armoury, knowing that you went away and you played with Sydney for that period of time, you look back on it now and go, that was probably what I really needed to do. And then to come back and then know where your attributes, your key abilities, all those sort of things lied, and then coming back into Geelong, which I'll talk about shortly. Is that what you've been able to do in hindsight? Yeah,
definitely. Yep. Yeah. What you just said then is spot on. I got out of my bubble, out of my comfort zone, went up there and learnt to be a human, and learnt how to cook and clean and look after myself. And, get away from my friends who are all down here, my family, get up there and make new friends and new memories. Yeah,
it's interesting. 2 things I'm about to bring up. One of them is I did the same thing. I moved over from Tassie, and lost all the family contact, all people that I went to school with, and had to start again. So it's an interesting journey. The other thing that I wanted to allude to is I used to be a sprinter. I went from sprinting to long distance running. I bring this up because I love that what you're able to bring with your running abilities into your game, and I really think it fits in well with the Geelong brand of football. You're versatile in both offence and defence, excuse me, whilst playing in an offensive position. Your speed is a key attribute that enables you to get the best out of your footy. It's nice to have that extra gear to go to. I would presume you'd feel that way.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Obviously when I was in Sydney, I was more of a defensive forward. Just all about pressure. But yeah, since coming to Geelong, I just loved him. He's like, go play footy.
Yep.
As a junior, my overhead marking was one of my strengths. Obviously the speed was there. So he was like, just launch at everything. And I just, come down here and loving footy.
I remember when you were first drafted, there were individuals that were saying, mate, this guy's got some assets that you've just got to harness them, And you've obviously all been aware of them when you've seen his marking ability. Gary, when he packed marks, absolutely unbelievable. You can leave your opponent for dust when you're heading in for goal because it's exciting. I'm about to kick a goal, there's that. But
always find a gear.
Yeah, you always do, don't you? But then there's that other thing that I just spoke of about you being able to turn your offence into defence, which is chasing the ball and making sure that you get your opponent. They're really key attributes that you've been able to bring, and that's why I think you fit in so perfectly with the Geelong Football Club, and why I brought up the circumstance of you going to Sydney first and now being able to relish the opportunity you have.
Yeah, definitely. I really thrive on my defensive stuff. I'm like, my game is pretty much defensive first, and when I'm doing that, chasing people down, my offense comes on top of that. It's natural. So, I just, if I'm 1v2, I just know I'm gonna win or half the contest. Like, I know it's just the inner, I wouldn't say cockiness, but just belief in myself that, no one can run past me. I'm definitely going to get them down. That's
brilliant. You've got more than just a 1 wood in your trick bag, though. You've got a 1 wood, a 2 wood, and probably even a wedge as well. But in saying that, it's nice to be able to have all those things in your armoury that you can just pull on. And I really appreciate watching you as a footballer. Versatile. I spoke about that. In saying that, you've had your fair share of your fair share of time on the sidelines with hammies and knees, which is the curse of the speedster, having to change direction on a dime. How have you adapted to this? Is it strength training? Is it in the core? Do you do yoga? Is there anything along those lines? Because it's hard when you are someone that runs as much as you do and you have had injuries before. What do you do to combat that?
So a lot of it is strengths. I do yoga, Pilates, these kind of stuff, but didn't really know until I came to Geelong that I'm more of a hamstring runner. So when I'm running, I'm overstriding, so it's more pressure on my hamstring. So while I was at Sydney, I thought I was doing the right thing and my hammies were strong, but the way I run, I've got to be 10 times stronger. So, the club picked it up when I came down here, and credit to them, and my hammies have been really good. And, apart from a couple of breaks but in the hand, and apart from that, but it's been pretty good.
How much confidence does that then give you to be able to go out and play your brand of football?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said, back in Sydney, I did hamstrings every year. The longest hamstring gig was 21 centimetres, so did some pretty big ones.
That's a fair tear, mate.
But yeah, the confidence I can just run out now. I'm in my ability, my role. My body is
That's
really
brilliant.
good.
Yeah, we've got to pay homage and everything to your fitness staff down there as well by able to get you on. Now, I spoke about versatility again, is your key attribute, Mitch. Being able to play either up forward or in the midfield. You were 28th in the same draft as Gaz. You're good on both sides of the body. The one great story I like about your career is a possible sliding doors moment, which happened in the 2011 Grand Final. James Podsy-Adley, injured his shoulder, and you came in as a sub and became the first sub ever to win a Grand Final medal from that Grand Final. How freaking cool is that?
I know, it's a bit of a trivia question, that one, so always remember.
It's so good, though. What was the emotion like for you? I don't want you to go through the whole day, but just the experience of knowing I'm about to get my chance. I know I'm capable. I've played in championships in WA. I've won premierships. What was the?
Oh, you probably never really know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years of age.
Yep.
Coming on into a grand final. I'd played pretty much every game that year. So I was confident that I could, do the role and come out and play half decent. And the people that I was playing with back then, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. When you look back, it's quite scary that they were your teammates. So they obviously did most of the work that day and that season. So I feel forever grateful to them. And I probably took it for granted the whole grand final when I was in 2011, just being. Yeah, as I said, 20, and all you're really there to do is to play footy and enjoy it, and you don't really know what's going on. And it's probably not until, 10, 11 years later, it's just like the journey that you go on. Scallop, you got to scull the beer for that? No, it's all good. 11 years later, you've been on the journey so much. I think we've 7 or 8 prelims in that time. Yeah. 3 kids come along, a wife, just the journey that you go through with the people, and then to get the reward at the end of the day was quite special. Probably blabbering on a bit.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Taking away other questions that you're about to ask, but that's just the incredible part about footy. I
love the story because everyone knows that, especially people that are involved in football, they don't come around very often. Geelong has had the fortune to play in so many finals. But grand finals, 2011, you were fortunate enough to do that. And again, you've just done it again in 2022. What was the emotion like from the first time to the second time?
Yeah, as I was just touching on, it was probably chalk and cheese, really. Just a young kid, you're happy you're partying, but you probably take it in a lot more this time, and with the people that you've been on the journey with and who you love. So I definitely didn't party as hard as I did back when I was 20, but probably way more enjoyable doing what I did with the people that I loved. So it was. I'd way rather win another one again. So.
Absolutely, you're heading in the right direction. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I do want to ask. That was such a special grand final with everything that happened, both for Joel. We talk about the young fella that was Sammy
Morfitt.
Yes. No, the
Max.
trainer, the
Max.
young boy.
Didn't play.
No, help me out, somebody.
Oh, Levi Ablett.
No, not well. That was good too. There was everything that was going on. Levi, but I'm talking about the young fella.
Yeah, Sammy Moore.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Well, Sammy.
Oh,
Yeah. No, not to Koning. I'm talking.
After the game.
Yeah.
Sammy Morford after the game with Joel.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
now we're back on track. My apologies. Right. But that's what I wanted to talk about. That was such a special grand final. You'll have memories that'll be lasting a lifetime. The question I wanted to allude to is, now that you've had hindsight on the 2011 one and you've had a little bit of hindsight on the 2022 one, the memories that you'll take with you are going to be forever life-changing. Most people don't get to reflect on, their careers until later on. Because of the breaks between the two grand finals, you've had an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, 100%. And it's probably spoken about a lot between me and Demi, my wife, and probably since having kids, like how special it would be to, for them to experience a big day, even though they're probably never going to remember. But for me and Demi, it's it was obviously super exciting, and it was great for them to be a part with including other family and things like that, because that's, I suppose, why you do what you love. Like, you do what you love, but you do it for them. Yeah. In saying that as well. So
absolutely.
It was special.
Special day. Let's talk about this
Especially
week.
because we bet the Swans as well. So.
yeah. I should. How remiss of me! I should have thrown that one right in. What was it like betting the Swans, Gary?
Unbelievable. Most nerve-wracking week of my life.
Was it really?
I was like, I cannot lose to these guys.
Yeah.
I won't hear the end of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How good's
good.
that? So you were getting messages, obviously, all week leading up to, trying to avoid social media, avoid everything. Yeah. And then when it happened?
Just didn't say anything, just looked at them.
Nice.
Give it a nod.
Good. Excellent, good. All right, let's talk about this week. We know they're all big games from here on in. This Saturday afternoon at 4:35 is going to be no exception. You take on the Lions on their home deck, and their home deck is like the Cats on their home deck. They will go in with a distinct advantage. Playing the Lions at the Gabba is one of the harder trips in football for 2023. Brisbane is sitting in third position on the ladder, and the Cats, after crushing demolition of Essendon, are now sitting in fifth. I spoke before about your forward line firing due to conversion rate. Hawkins bagged 5, Stengel 3, and other contributors in the forward line, including Close with 2 and Blitzarsk with 2. All of this is what makes Geelong the dangerous team coming finals time. No doubt your spirits will be buoyed by that win, and you'll go in knowing your brand and style can stack up against anyone's. Confidence and belief is high. The team would feel that you were firing just at the right time of the season and ready to assert yourselves onto the rest of the competition. Or as the coach would say, dangerous. Watch out. Huh?
Creates a narrative, the big fella, doesn't he?
Absolutely. He's not shy of throwing one out there just to see who's going to bite for it. Tell me, boys, where do you think this game will be won and lost? And don't say scoreboard.
The team that wins the most, kicks the most goals. Yeah, it's a good question. Obviously, they've got a great midfield. It's a strength of ours, our power that we can keep on the game. So I think most games are really won in that area, where who can defend the opposition midfield the best and they'll get on top. So I think that's probably the main area. They've got some dangerous forwards as well. Charlie Cameron, Danaher, Hipwood, and Rayner. The back line's going to have a tough job, and that's where we'll need the mids to get on top. Otherwise, we'll be chasing us a lot. Yeah. To be honest.
Mate, you speak a lot more affluent and confident about your football now. You've had that journey. I think with the experience that all the group has got, you guys are going to go a long way in 2023, if not all the way, which would be bloody awesome. It's great because you can just see it's bubbling away. Dangerous is a nice term, but he's probably playing it down a little bit and not saying too much. He could be saying a lot more.
No, I think you think after the bye, we've lost one game out of 5. Yeah, we've had a draw in there as well, but things are starting to, it feels like they're starting to turn a little bit. Yeah. We're playing better footy. I think we're training a lot better than we have.
Personnel are all back.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of personnel back. Our training's improved. That's not to say we're going to win the flag, but I think we're we're giving ourselves the best opportunity,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, and in saying that, with having the key personnel come back, I also understand you might be resting a couple of lads moving into the finals as well. Is that, am I getting that information right? Is that...
Well, a little
We've
bit.
always
yeah.
done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been a mantra of Scotty's to try and do that the best we can. We probably stuffed it up a little bit by going 0-3, so it put us under the pump a bit, and then we lost to GWS at home, which would probably usually knock them over, especially there. So we put ourselves under the pump there. We can't necessarily rest too many, but like even the last 2 weeks, we've managed Paddy. He's only ended up playing 50% of the game, which not many people probably know.
Yeah.
Well, he got subbed out the other day, but the game before that, Blitzers didn't finish the last quarter.
So they didn't play, yeah.
Zach Tua didn't play. It has naturally been happening, probably more than you think, to be honest.
Yeah,
so
wow.
yeah, it's obviously a key part of what we do, and we know it can work, so we're going to stick to it.
You just reminded me of one other thing before I sign off on this segment is I did mention him before, Mr. Versatile can play any role. Mark Blitzas, right? Tell us what... I mean, does he amaze you that he can play any particular role on the ground, and his running ability? I mean, he's got a horse heart.
Yeah. Which helps. Like if you can run 18k a game, that helps you a bit. Big, tall, plays anywhere. Yeah, it's just unbelievable to have.
Nice.
For a coach, it's unbelievable. Like, okay, we need someone up forward.
There you go.
Like Harris Andrews might be getting on top of a forward. Oh, we'll throw him down there.
Yeah.
Forward might be getting on top, throwing full back. Like
Yeah. And versatile.
I think playing on, like, if Blitz was playing on me, I would hate that. Even as a midfielder, like, just see how big he is. He's generally really strong. Obviously, nearly 200 centimetres, can run like the wind. It's just like, how am I going to get off him?
Yeah.
Like, it's special. It's just the whole story is pretty special when you think about it. Coming out of Steeplechase, out of athletics, plucked out of Cam Guthrie's backyard, effectively. His dad seriously told Wellesley to come and have a look at this kid, and then the rest is history. In 2011 or 12, he came to the club. He didn't even make our VFL side for the grand final. He just wasn't picked. And then the next year, played round one. So the amount of work that he did, he pestered Harry Taylor, Andrew Mackie. He just kept asking him questions, and then just has never looked back. It's quite a phenomenal
What a great story.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I love it. Put your hands together with that. That's great. Thanks for sharing that, Mitch. All right, you've given me the heads up on where you think the game will go. All the best to both of you. Stay fit, stay healthy, and injury-free. Go Cats. All right, well done. Thank you very much for being so candid and open there, boys. What I want to do now, I just want to go into a couple of... we're going to do some questions just to speak to you boys about lifestyle and so forth. We're going to do it in our first little segment. It's called What Can I Say? These can be either one-word answers, boys, or if they feel like they need to go long-winded and into a journey, you take me on that. It's totally your call. Here's your first one. Do you like running through the banners?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, nice and easy, quick. The siren has gone. You're trailing by 5. You need a goal to win the game. Who do you hope has got the ball in their hands to win it for you?
Gary Rowan's done it before, so I'll be backing him and Hawk, definitely.
How good's that? And you can say you as well if you want.
Oh, yeah, no, why not?
Yeah, good. Yeah, nice. Well
As
done.
he said, he's got that cockiness.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You're perfect for this show. Geelong supporters are
Fantastic.
Passionate.
passionate and fantastic. There you go. Do you prefer a day or a twilight grand final?
Day.
Done 2 days, so why not a twilight? Done it. Oh, actually, when was that twilight in Brisbane?
Yeah, no, it was a
Was
night.
that a
It was
night
like a
game?
7:30
Yeah.
game, wasn't it?
Don't know. Oh, I think twilight.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, that's interesting. You've been reincarnated as an animal. What sort of an animal would you like to come back as?
Wolf.
Oh, you didn't even have to think about that, did you?
I'm a wolf, mate. I love
That
it.
was really good. Thank you.
Bird, so I can shit on everyone.
Nice. Yeah, well said. You didn't even have to think about that either, did you? Very good. Which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? Is it the smell of deep heat, the smell of fresh cut grass, pulling on a jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hands, the smell of the leather, or the sound of the crowd?
Oh, jeez.
Probably the footy, to be honest.
Oh,
I love
yeah?
the touch of the leather.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yep.
Oh, good. All right. Who has been your best mate since you arrived at the club?
Jeez, I don't have many left from when I arrived.
I've been there that long, they've all gone.
The Hawk's the only one there since I arrived, so I'm going to have to say him.
Okay, good.
As Mitch said before, me and Lukey Dallas when he came to the club were pretty tight, but it just depends if I'm going for a coffee, playing golf. Depends what I'm doing.
Going fishing.
Going fishing.
Nice.
So,
Pull out a card for whichever.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, that's good enough. Being an AFL footballer to you is?
Oh, special. It's a privilege.
Yeah,
Really.
great.
Yeah, pretty grateful. Yeah.
That's good. Who's a bit tight with their money at the club?
Oh, there's a few of them. Sam DeConning,
Yeah,
young.
I'd
He is
say-
young,
Yeah.
but he's going to earn a lot of money, so
Yeah.
he's a bit tight at the minute.
Okay. I had his brother Tom on. We did a Carlton show, and he said the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah.
I reckon Harry Taylor still knows where his first dollar went.
Yeah, right. He'd have it calculated,
And I
written
reckon
down
he would.
somewhere.
Honestly, reckon he would. It would be in his notes in a book. Definitely.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, the Guthries are both pretty tight.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, very.
All right. All right. Who likes to get their rig out just a little too much at the club?
For a big fella, Tom Hawkins.
Oh, yeah.
that's
He doesn't mind strutting.
The young boy Tanner Bruin from Sydney now.
Okay.
He's gets it out a fair bit. Yeah.
All right.
You can
Okay.
tell he's been in the Sydney Sun. He's got
Yeah.
the
Oh,
tan.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Likes it.
Stands beside me because I'm the wild as it goes.
Have a look at you. Which AFL club do you like to beat the most?
Sydney.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say Collingwood, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Definitely the Pies, yeah.
Good. All right. You've been given the opportunity to do one of only the following things: parachute out of a plane, take a hot lap in a V8 supercar, or go hot air ballooning, or swim with the sharks. Which one would you choose, one or none?
Oh,
3 of them are on my bucket list, so...
Oh, yeah.
what 3?
Love to go swim in the sharks.
What?
V8 and jump out of the plane pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. Have you
shit,
ever
no.
jumped out of a plane?
I'll probably do all them when I finish footy, I think.
Yeah,
so.
right. Yeah, good. Then
I'll
you don't have to
take-
worry about what the
Yeah.
physio or anyone says. Yeah.
I'm taking Demi in the hot air balloon.
Oh, nice.
That seems like the safest one. To be honest.
If you ever get the chance, I jumped out of the plane over Elwood. Unbelievable. Just did it this year. Unbelievable. Yeah, freaky as all hell. What is your favourite ground to play on around Australia and why?
I love our home
Yeah,
deck.
nice.
Home deck.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
saying the home deck. Yeah.
Otherwise, Adelaide Oval's a pretty good spectacle for
Okay.
a player and probably for fans too.
Okay, and atmosphere.
Atmosphere-wise,
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Playing for the Geelong Football Club is?
Dream come true.
Oh, beautiful.
As I said before, it's like playing footy. It's a privilege, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
excellent.
was a Cats fan growing up, so...
That helps. Nice way to go to work. All right. Who, in your opinion, is someone we should watch out for, and who has impressed you the most down at the club?
I think he's probably impressed you guys too, and I just mentioned him before, Tanner Bruin, just his competitiveness and his power that he can bring to the game. He's got great skills when he's not under pressure. So he's one that I'm looking forward to following once I've finished footy and while I'm playing at the minute.
Great, thank you.
I'd say the young Irishman who's never played AFL before come over and he's going well, and obviously he's just going to get better as he plays, and you never know. I reckon he'll end up his career in the midfield.
Wow, this is a tough one for you, this next question. What's better, mark or goal of the year? Oh, I told you.
I love taking hangers. So.
If I could jump, I'd say
you're always going to be on a card if you take a hanger. So.
I would love to take Mark of the Year.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
never going to happen,
All right.
but
Yeah, I get it. Who thinks they are the best dresser at the Geelong Football Club?
Tom Atkins.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, bit of swagger?
Ollie Dempsey will be up there.
Did you say who thinks or who is?
Yeah. Well, both. I don't
Because
mind.
Tom
it's yours.
Atkins thinks he is, but he's definitely not. He's definitely not.
All right, cool.
He's a salvo shopper.
Yeah, really? Okay, nice, okay. Geelong at the end of the home and away season this year will finish?
Fourth.
Fourth.
Yeah, I was going to say fourth, yep.
Okay, all right, very nice. You're a contestant on a reality TV show. What sort of a show is it?
Big Brother.
Oh, nice, okay.
What was the question again?
You're a contestant on a reality TV show.
Home and away.
Home and away, I was going to say. Love it.
All right. You find a car park in a shopping centre. Do you drive straight in or do you reverse in?
or got the big Ranger ute.
Yeah,
so
same.
sometimes you have to
Reverse in.
reverse
Yeah.
in, but
Okay.
just
I like to ask that question because it's like sometimes it's a muck around to get in, nose first. Other times it's like, oh, if I go to the effort and I go in reverse, I'm out of here nice and quick.
Sometimes I like just to slow everyone else up, so I'll go reverse. Just to slow.
I get it. Do you prefer to see the coach on the bench or in the box?
keep him up in the box.
Keep him up in the box.
Never seen him on the bench.
Nice. No, you don't really, do you? Question for each of you. Please describe in one word your word that best describes each other. Mitch, you describe Gary. Gary, you describe Mitch.
I'd say professional.
Fast.
Professional and fast. Okay, I like it. There you go. Describe for us each other's sense of humour.
Oh, jeez. I don't really have one.
Yeah, a bit of crickets.
What you
Bit of tumbleweed. No, he loves
There it
a
is.
joke, but
Yeah.
no one really laughs. But
Okay.
Gary's kind of like, he'll say a joke and he'll laugh more to try, and then you laugh at Gary laughing. Like,
Works every time.
The joke's not actually funny, but you're laughing at Gary laughing.
Works every time. I love it. That's great. What's been the stupidest thing you've ever been asked to sign? Maybe we better not go here.
Well, I reckon we've done a bald head.
Yeah, bald head.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the bloke?
He's got the tattoo
Tattoo on the premiers on his head. Yeah.
Yep,
Signed
okay.
his bloody
Signed his scone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it
That's
a-
fairly out
Gave
there.
it a polish.
Yep. Write your own headline to your greatest day.
Not footy wise or
Anything
just.
you want, your greatest day. Write your own headline.
I do.
Oh, wow. Look at that. All the men are like going, what? All the women are like, oh, that's beautiful. Very well said.
I can't beat that. No, no.
All right, we'll go with that then. Who has been your toughest opponent to match up on in your career to date?
Yep, great question. I used to say Scotty Pendlebury,
Yeah.
and
That bloke giving him the
yeah, the Mendel
best on ground medal.
Pendlebury. Yeah, Scotty Pendlebury and Danger when he was at the Crows.
Adelaide.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
right.
just back then he could actually run, so it was hard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not just barrel you over. Yeah, okay. Who's yours, Gaz?
Has to be Tom Stewart when I was at Sydney.
Yeah, really? Okay. If you were to appear on a talent show, what would your talent be?
Dancing.
Dancing. Right. Okay, nice.
No, I'm not showing. So.
We might do that down the back later. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I have no talent. Sports, something sporty, but
Okay.
that's about it. That's
Yeah.
all I got.
All right, we'll go with that. What do you think when you see a poster or merchandise of yourself?
I feel a bit.
Is my hair that red?
It's still a bit surreal, to be honest. It's still doesn't really sink in. Oh, it's a bit weird still.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I like it. It's airbrushed.
Yeah, it's
Let's
airbrushed.
go with that. I get it.
Sorry, I'm not being rude, you guys, but we're in a golf sweep and my phone is going bananas
is it?
right now.
I thought I was like
The,
going, he's rather enjoying the show or something's going on.
Yeah, so I had pick 2, so I put
Okay.
my pick in, but
Yeah,
Mitch
all
is
right.
under the pump.
Let's see
I
how we
got
go.
pick 20. I'll just paint a picture. So
Yeah.
we got doing the British Open golf sweep. There's 24 of us in, and Tom Atkins was drawing the numbers out of a hat. And usually first picked is first pick, but he goes, reverse order. So out comes me. Pick 24. So I just didn't even watch the rest of it.
Yeah, right. I'm not interested in your stupid game. Yeah, I get it. All right. Is there a smell or aroma that you simply can't resist or walk past?
Yeah.
No, not
No,
really.
not really.
No? You know, like hot bread or fish and chips or
Oh,
KFC
yeah,
sometimes
righto, yeah.
or
toast.
toast. Yeah? What do you got on it?
Oh, well, lately, just fruit toast, bit of
Okay.
butter.
Yeah, nice. All right, go with that. Gaz?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for chips, I think, so I'd
Yeah,
say that.
yeah, okay.
Salt
I'm with
vinegar.
you for
Especially
that.
like
Salt
I live in
vinegars.
Ocean Grove and got to go past Macca's all the time, so the window down, better get going.
What is your reaction when you see a kid with your number on their back?
That's special.
Special.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go
And
with
you
that.
kind of always ask them, why have you got that number on?
Yeah,
Because usually it's either 14, 26, what, you might,
5.
35.
yep. Yeah.
Jezza, 5, yeah. So
Yeah, nice. Good. Do you
There's
have-
no other 23s were really before me, so I'm like, I can't be a past 23. So
Nice.
I'm all right.
Well thought out, yeah. On the count of 3, don't look at each other, but give me your answer at the same time. Look out into the audience. Count of 3. Which club has the most feral supporters?
Collingwood.
1, 2, 3.
Collingwood.
Collingwood.
There you go. Put your hands together for them, that's it. All right, so I've got a series of questions for you. As soon as you think you know the answer, buzz straight in. Here comes your first one. The boys are ready to keep score. Who is your team's captain in 2023?
Stanley.
Stanley.
Patrick Dangerfield.
There we go. 1 point, you're off the mark. Where did Geelong finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Tim.
Tim.
First.
You did. First it is. Who wears the number 9 at the Geelong Football Club?
Tim.
Tim?
Max Holmes.
That's correct. 2 points to you. This is for 2 points. Player and goals. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2022? How many goals did they kick?
Stanley.
Stanley.
That would be Cameron.
No. No. Tim?
Tom Hawkins.
Tom Hawkins. And how many goals?
You didn't give me a go.
And how many goals?
Season or finals?
No. Well, we're talking about how many goals did Tom Hawkins kick for season 2022?
60.
60. No, you'd be wrong. You get 1 point, though, because you said Tom Hawkins. Stanley, do you want to have a go at how many?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, you don't even want to have a guess?
No.
Wow, never seen that before. 67. All right, there you go. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Tim.
Tim?
17.
No. Stanley?
18.
Yes, there you go. You got the points. How many losing grand finals has the Geelong Football Club played in?
Tim.
Tim?
10.
Spot on. 10 it is. Closest... Yeah. Closest to within 1,000. How many members does your club currently have for season 2023?
Tim.
Tim?
80,000.
80,747. Very good. You got it. How are we going score-wise? 5 versus 2. Come on, Stanley. How many premierships has the Geelong Football Club won?
Tim.
Tim?
10.
How did you get that? That was excellent. Well done. That was brilliant. 10 it was. This is for 3 points. You got a chance to catch up, Stanley, all right? Or we can let you go back to your seat and have a drink. For 3 points, player, year and votes. Who was the last Geelong player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes?
Tim.
Tim.
Patrick Dangerfield.
Keep using your microphone.
2016.
Yes. Votes?
32.
No. You got 2 points. You want to steal it? You want to have a go this time or?
36.
35. Very close. Bad luck. 2 points. No halves. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Stanley.
Tim.
Ooh, Stanley.
That was 2022 and it was Sydney.
Well done. That was for 1 point. You got it. It's getting close now. 3 versus 8. I'm just saying that to keep your spirits up. All right. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Tim.
Tim.
89.
So close. No.
86.
No. 81. All right. No points there. We're going to have an eventual winner here. What year and who was the last Geelong player to win the Norm Smith medal?
Tim.
Stanley.
Tim.
2011.
Sorry,
I
who?
was in the grand final before.
Use your microphone so I can hear you. What is it? Oh,
Yeah, I
right.
was
No.
wrong.
Sorry. Okay.
That would have been 2022 Isaac Smith.
Yes, there you go. You got it. Which made your score look respectable at 4. Well done, Stanley. That's very good. But Tim, you're our winner. Congratulations. You're simply the best, mate. Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha. Just stay up there, boys. And the Big Picture people, they're the experts in home theatre technology. The Big Picture people are located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, South Nerang, Cheltenham, Water Gardens and the Gold Coast. First prize is a footy. Okay? Well done. And there's no losers here, Stanley. You get one too. All right? There's yours. Thanks, boys. Thanks for playing. Well done. Leave your microphones there. Great. All right, going to do here, boys, I'm going to ask a series of questions about the season 2023 thus far. All right? You just have to... You're going to use... It's going to be your name as your buzzer. So you'll buzz in and you'll go, Mitch, and then you'll tell me the answer. And you'll go from there. All right. Here comes your first question. You guys ready to keep score? All right, here we go. Here's your first question. I was recently sacked by the club after 6 years of being coach. Who am I?
Gary.
Gary.
Stewie Jew.
Stewie Jew. There you go. First points, Jacob.
I thought it was Geelong questions.
No.
That's why I stopped. I'm like, hang on.
Oh, hang on. Who got sacked at the
Who got
Geelong?
sacked?
Yeah, no, it's about the whole season.
Whole season.
Yeah.
Right.
I have kicked a contender for goal of the year in my first year of playing for the club. I'm also a father-son for the Brisbane Lions. Who
Mitch.
am I? Mitch.
Yeah. Ashcroft, I forgot is it Will?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes it is. Will Ashcroft, well done. Shelby, you're off the mark. I decided to take a break from coaching from May the 18th. Mitch.
Alistair Clarkson.
Alistair Clarkson is correct. There we go. I am leading the Coleman medal after round 18. Who am I?
Gary.
Gary.
Tex Walker.
Yeah, that's right.
Who?
Tex Walker.
No. Round 18.
Round 18. What are we in now?
Round 18. Well, we're going into round 19.
That's it.
It's
Kerno.
Kerno, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Curnow. There you go. Shelby, you got the points. I retired from football after playing 194 games of football for Richmond and North Melbourne football clubs. Mitch.
Robbie Tarrant, thank you.
Robbie Tarrant it is. Well
I was
done.
thinking Castagno, and then I'm like, he hasn't played 194 games.
Yeah, there he has. There you go.
I can take that one down. I heard on the crowd.
Yeah.
Got it wrong.
All right.
That's cheating. Put one for me.
He means it.
Yeah.
I coached my club to 3 premierships but decided to resign. Mitch.
Damien Hardwick.
Damien Hardwick is correct. Well done.
Someone knows their coaches.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, this one. Our club has had 5 wins this year. Who are we?
Mitch Hawthorn.
Mitch. Hawthorn is correct. Well done. Very nice. Going on swimmingly.
I had a look at the ladder last night. Saw they're on 20 points.
Absolutely brilliant.
Did me maths.
I have recently chalked up the most disposals of any player.
Mitch.
Mitch.
Scott Pendlebury.
Scott Pendlebury is correct. Well done. I recently surpassed...
Sorry, I don't like losing, Yaris.
Can't see way up.
Thank God you're not wearing a Sydney jumper. It'd be really spewing. I recently surpassed the game's record for most games by an Irishman. Gary.
Yeah, Zaki Tui.
There you go.
Yes, that's good.
Yay! Look how happy Jacob is. He goes, I'm finally playing. This is great. I am currently ranked number 1 for disposals in the league for
Mitch.
Mitch.
Nick Dacos.
Nick Dacos is correct. I have gone back into the VFL to try and hone my forward craft. Who am I? Gary.
Grundy.
Yes.
First name?
Grundy. I like it. That's it. Grundy it is. I'm a leading forward with my club and it looks like I'm set to miss the rest of the season due to a wrist...
Gary.
Harry Mackay.
Harry Mackay it is. Well done. I missed the first 9 games of the season in 2023 only to recently come back and get a season-ending shoulder injury. Gary.
No, I don't know. Oh, no, it's wrong. I was going to say one of the King boys. What's his name?
Yeah, well, you're right.
You could...
St Kilda one.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, Max.
You'd be right.
There you go.
That's exactly who it is. Well done. So what you were going to say was good.
Yeah.
And this is your last question because it's 9 versus 4 and again it's very close.
I'll let you have this one, guys.
Stanley rubbed off on me.
Here we go.
I'll put the mic down.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. I like that. How good's that?
5-pointer, isn't it?
Yeah. I fractured my foot in round 4 against the Bulldogs and have now been ruled out for the entire 2023 season.
Mitch.
Tom Lynch it is. There you go. Shelby, 10. Look at that. 11. Well, it couldn't have been because I've only got 14 questions. But anyway, that was good. No, well done. No, it's good. It doesn't matter. You've won. It's brilliant. Yeah, it's good. Well done. Jacob, we don't have any losers and that's good for footy, okay? No, don't worry about that. It's okay. You did really well, but it wasn't your fault. Okay? All right? So you can always hang your hat on that. But thank you both for playing. You both get to take home a That's Good for Footy.
Oh, yeah.
There's one down there and there's another one. So you both get one of those each. Thank you, my dear.
Grab your paddle off you, buddy.
Thanks, Jacob. Thanks, Shelby. Well done. Thanks for playing. Well done. Next week, July the 26th, we're heading to the Mulgrave Country Club for a Collingwood show with Patrick Lipinski and Darcy Cameron. It's all right. They were all booing last week when I read these two guys out, so take it easy. Then on August the 2nd, we're back at the Mulgrave Country Club for a St Kilda show with Jack Sinclair and Mitch Owens. And then on August the 23rd, we're heading back here to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee for a Western Bulldog show with Cody Waitman and Latham Vandermeer. Then moving further into August, That's Good Footy, we'll be doing shows with Carlton and Richmond players before heading into the finals. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, you can only do it through the That's Good Footy website or the posts that are in the That's Good Footy Facebook page. Click on the links, that'sgoodfooty.com.au/events. I'll get back to what I wanted to say here. It's been wonderful to have you all here, but these two, I can't thank them enough. Gary Rowan, please put your hands together for him. Gary Rowan, Mitch Duncan. Champions of the Geelong Football Club. I know I speak on behalf of you guys that you wish them all the best moving into the finals. I know we've still got a little way to go, and then get into the finals and then go all the way. That would be fantastic. Please pick up your microphone. Just tell us, you've done the show before. Did you enjoy yourselves tonight, and would I ever get you back on again?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I can't remember the last time I did do it with Gary Rowan, and it was at South Barwon, but I just can't remember how long ago it was. So.
About 2016.
It was 5 years ago. It was my first year here.
Oh, there you
Was
go.
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so it's 2018.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Well, there you go.
Definitely loved it, and definitely be back.
Let's not make it as long next time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's try and get you
Sounds
boys
good.
back on. They've actually said to me at the back, when they win the flag, they're going to come back and do another show, which is really cool.
Happy to.
Oh, you're in it now, mate. You're in it. You're in deep. You're in very deep. But thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful having you all here. This has been the That's Good for Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Cheers, guys.